Hey guys, this is Jared here, and I decided to make a Let's Play series on a mod pack that I found really interesting. This one is the Direwolf20 Feed the Beast mod pack, and it's like one of my favorites. Direwolf20, if you don't know, he's like one of the best mod guys out there. I explained that really bad, but he does a lot of explanations on how to use different mods, mod spotlights, and lots of really cool Let's Plays that he does some pretty cool stuff in. So I thought I'd give it a shot and try it out. So I've already been working in this for a while. You can see I got some Zycraft stuff going on here, and I kind of want to do this in a little bit of a tutorial way, I guess, kind of like he does, because I just really admire his style of doing Let's Plays and stuff. So also I'm going to do a little mix of a Seth Bling style and kind of do a little show off and then play in between and then show it off again. So I don't know exactly how I'm gonna mix those two together, but I I'm really excited to do this. Whoa, mouse freaked out. I'm really excited to do that. I've been mining for a while, and I'll show you the resources I have right now. I have a little bit of cold right now, so and a little bit of a sinus infection, so I've been getting like 2 hours of sleep a night. But uh, I think I'm fine enough to do a little bit of recording. So here's the stuff I have. I have some sapphire tools and yeah, battery pack. What this does is basically charges this. I haven't actually used it. I wish I wouldn't have crafted it, but I haven't actually used it because I never had it on myself whenever I needed it. Blah blah blah. So yeah, there's some tools. Here's some food. I don't even really need all this. Most of it I've gotten from recyclers. I'll show you that in a little bit. But carrots have been my main food source because I mean they're just so abundant. You get like a lot, and then you eat it, and then you fill up two hunger spots. So that's just what I've been using. And this is in 1.4.6. So yeah, if you wanted to use the latest Minecraft version, then here you go. This is completely fine. And if you wanted mods at least, but this works. I'm not doing very well today. So yeah, here we got a bunch of crap. I guess gunpowder's not totally crap. This is like the least. I don't know. This isn't very organized. Right here I have a laser turtle. What this is it's part of the miscellaneous peripherals mod by Richard G. And what it is it basically the laser turtle is it's like the laser gun from IC2. I'll show you that in a little bit, but keep that in mind. It kind of mixes the laser and the turtle together, and the turtle is from Computercraft, which is growing to be one of my favorite mods. So see what here's I have my industrial craft and buildcraft stuff, and this isn't quite buildcraft, but I mean it does the same thing, so I put it in here. And I've been working for a while for this. Got a bunch of glass fiber. I just barely got that actually. High voltage transformer. Yeah, that's what I've been working on mainly is making solar farm, which really is taking forever. But I have that. I have a mass fabricator that's taking up all the energy. Um, and so that's what I've been working on, as well as coding computercraft stuff. So that's my main turtle right there, and it's this is actually a solar turtle. It's charging, and this is the startup program I wrote. So if I refresh it right now, you'll see the fuel level will rise up one. So and this is basically waiting for a key press. That's how I'm doing this. And I'll show off this. This is what I really wanted to show off in this one. So yeah. So over here, let's see what else we have. We have red power stuff that I have. Um, I love red power. Some of the things are a little bit OP, I think. Like sometimes I think the logic gates that it implements is really cool. Sometimes I think it's a little cheaty. Like sometimes I'd rather just do it with actual redstone, but oh well, you know. And here's my crap chest. Nothing to show off there. This is my Thaumcraft stuff, and yeah, this is another thing I've been working on actually is doing this. I already got a thermometer, and um, as you can see, warded jars. That's from that mod. Um, collecting quite a few zombie brains. Yeah, and then right here is my EE3 stuff. This is equivalent exchange. It was like one of my favorite mods in Tekkit and Technic, because mining is like one of my least favorite things in Minecraft. I know it's like that's the title of it, and it's like my least favorite thing. But I love doing stuff and making stuff instead of getting resources to make that stuff. That's why I really liked IC2, is because I mean you could just build up not EU, what is it, EMC, and just build as you want. So it's not really that way anymore, because this is a pre-release of E3, and it's, I don't know, it's still a work in progress, but it's kind of underpowered if you ask me. So yeah, what I've been doing here to get most of my resources, this is my valuables stuff, is there we go. Is I've been going right here. This is a hopper. What this will do will it'll input any items inside of it whenever it can. So this is a powered furnace. I don't need that in there. I've been getting that from gravel, which I put in this. And if you're not familiar with this, this is thermal expansion stuff. And this acts as a powered or an electric furnace from IC2, if you're more familiar with that. And this works like a macerator, except for this one will also sometimes give you extra stuff right here. So I like this a lot more than the macerator. I think it's a little bit more expensive though, so keep that in mind. So I'm just going to put this gold dust, which I got from the recyclers, in there, and you can see it automatically turn this on. And one thing that's a little bit different with these than the electric furnaces from IC2 is whenever it starts smelting something, you can't take it out again. Once it starts it completely takes it out, and it either finishes it or you break the block. And I don't know what happens if you break the block. But yeah. Plus, with these, you can break it with a pickaxe, or in my case, I have a diamond drill, and it'll come back. So I like this alternative a lot more than IC2. So yeah, here's all the valuables I have. Nut seeds. I don't know why that's in there, but yeah, got some iridium ore from the mass fabricator. Let me sleep real quick, and let's show off a little bit more. I'll show off the recycler setup I have here. So right here I have some block breakers set up to a cobblestone generator, and what that does is whenever it gets pulsed by this timer, it will break whatever blocks underneath it and send it down these pneumatic pipes all the way down to the top of these recyclers. And these are powered by solar panels, and it's kind of like right at the point where I might want another few solar panels on it, but probably wouldn't matter. So here's the recyclers. This one's not really used all that much, but I was looking at the wrong slot. This one is used a lot. I was looking right here. I was waiting for cobble to get in there. I was like, I can't believe that one's not full, but it is. This one is kind of like the spillover stuff. So it seems like this is just enough recyclers to match up with this. But what this does is eventually they have a random chance to create something called scrap. And scrap can either be put into a mass fabricator to speed it up, and I'll show you that guy here in a second, or it can be put together in a crafting recipe like this and get something called a scrap box. Now if I were to get the scrap box and throw it on the ground, I have a chance to get some random stuff, sometimes diamonds, sometimes whatever. Here's some of the useful stuff I have. Mine carts. Yeah, I'll show you something I can do with that. Iron dust, iron ore, copper ore, stuff like that. And I've been running out of copper. That's the biggest thing I've been needing lately, is because these solar panels take a lot of copper, and I have a medium voltage one over there that's taken me forever to build. Yeah, so here's what I've got, and here's a lot of food I've been getting is from right here, and I don't even really eat it because of the carrots, but yeah, so sometimes it creates something good. This is a single-use battery. I've been storing them up in the chest in there, but you can put these inside batteries or whatever, and it will charge it up just slightly, and it'll eat up the battery. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, this will kind of spit out random stuff. It has like 30 things that it has a possibility of making. Most commonly, it's either grass or diamond hoe, or not diamond hoe, wooden hose and wooden tools. I should just generalize as that. But I have them setting down the blue line going to this, which is a void pipe, and a void pipe will just instantly destroy it. It decreases lag, and it won't fill up this chest with non-stackable and crap tools. So also rubber. Rubber's also pretty needed, but I have plenty of it. I have a few rubber trees over there. Um, I've been finding a little bug with computer craft turtles. This is actually supposed to be planting uh, saplings right here for this fir tree. That's what this is, and then it'll come up here. This most of this program was written by Seth Bling, but I kind of improved on it and changed it up. Um, but his basically his original one, I just based this off of his first version of it. It did one side at a time, came down, and then did the other side, and then you had to replant it. And I made it to where it was supposed to automatically replant by placing slot 2 down and then moving blah blah blah, moving into a 4 by or a 2 by 2 pattern, and then coming up and then going up and then moving off to this side and go up. But sometimes for some reason it doesn't plant and it comes down too far, and then it has nothing to go, so nothing to fell up, so it kind of messes up. I don't think there's really anything I can do about that, unfortunately. So um, I don't really need it to do that. It creates so much wood so fast that I don't even care. So yeah, so that's the recycler thing, and it's been creating quite a lot. And here's some actually this is quite useful. Coal dust is also something used to make these solar panels, and you need quite a lot of it, and you need quite a lot of coal to be able to do that. This is just where I've been testing out my turtles, some farms. That's flax right there. Um, I was testing out to see if it would grow back if I had this thing automatically automatically harvest it whenever it detected something, but it kind of glitches out and only destroys half of the block and then doesn't destroy this part, or and this part doesn't grow back. Rubber trees, nothing super exciting there. And then finally, I'm going to go over there and show you my main IC2 place. I built that house over there, and I haven't even used it. Oh, I should show you this too. This is pretty simple. All it is a cactus farmer, and it will, whenever receiving enough power, it will harvest off the top layer of these cactus and put it into the chest. No big deal. It's kind of needed for waterproofing for buildcraft pipes. These are more block breakers, and it will automatically harvest this sugar cane and then put it in this chest. No big deal. Built that house, and I've used it like 3 times. There's a bed in it, and that's it. I've just been living underground. So here's these are low voltage solar. I think they're solar arrays actually. Yeah, so low voltage solar arrays, and yeah, these are basically equal to 8 normal IC2 solar panels, which is what these are. They're basically putting in its energy into this bat box, which is putting it into these MFEs, which is the next tier of a battery box, and it's kind of been taken up right now by this mass fabricator, which is when you use to get UU matter, which is the only way to get iridium. And one thing I want to get is quantum armor, and it's needed for that. So you'll see that this MFE is quickly building up, and that's because this is a medium voltage. This is like the next tier of these low voltage. You need 8 of these, which individually need 8 normal ones, which are kind of expensive to make. You need basically, see, 8 times 8. So you need however many that is. I'm not going to bother doing it because I'm terrible at math, but however many that is, that will you have to have those plus a medium voltage transformer to build one of these. So this one was really expensive, and then there's one more tier above that which requires 8 of these, which yeah, it's going to take forever. But that's what I've been working towards, is to get a high voltage one. And one thing that I've done, this isn't actually I should mention this before I forget. This isn't actually a strict Direwolf20 pack. I've added a few custom mods. Um, this is just a charging bench, so if I wanted to recharge my jetpack or whatever, and nanosuit's already done. Yeah, if I wanted to recharge some of my tools, I would just put them in there and they would all charge. So that's really nice. But yeah, that's not actually in the pack, but I like it, so I added it in. See what else. If he's building up power and mass fabricator, you can see it's going down quite rapidly, and that's all because of this mass fabricator. It takes up a lot of energy. Um, let's see here. This right here is basically a way to refuel your turtles. If I were to start this thing up, and I'm not sure if I have this program on here. Refresh. Turn. Yes, okay. So you'll see it has a fuel level of 11,039. If I change it, you'll see it'll go up some. So that's a way of charging your turtles. And if you break it now, it'll keep that charge. So that's nice. Let's see what else. I think that's about it. This is basically a low voltage transformer, so it doesn't blow up these machines, but it'll still charge up this MFE. That's all that is. Yeah, this is pretty much just temporary, like long-term temporary, I should say, because I'm sure it's going to stay similar design as this for a while. But yeah. So anyway, I'm going to go over there and show you the turtles, mainly my other one. A good way to get iron out of those scrap box thing. If you get a minecart, throw it in an alloy furnace, power it, and it will get that into 5 iron. And that's the same with golden helmets, and so that's a good way to get gold as well. And then you could also put together gold with a minium stone, for gold with a minium stone and a crafting table, and you can get yourself a diamond. So that's really nice. So I'm going to show you. Here we are. Also throw this in here. Iron dust. That's about it. Oh, get some iron. Yeah, I think that's it. So I'm gonna go down to the basement area, which I'm probably gonna end up doing stuff inside, just because I really like it. Oh, this is kind of cool. This is actually a vanilla glitch type thing. Once it closes up, you can kind of see down. I use this to spot out, where is it at? I think it's that way actually. You can see that cobweb right there. I saw that, so I built a little tunnel there, trying to find a skeleton spawner, which I have not found yet. But I did find a cave spider spawner and and what else? A cave spider spawner and a zombie spawner. You can see I had a little bit of marking. There's a zombie one. There's a cave. I call it baby because I think I heard Etho call it that. So might as well, I guess. So let's see here. I'm saying so a lot again. I'm going to show off this one. This one is this is my movement program. This will basically make it do whatever you want it to. You can make it turn right by pushing 6, and it'll turn right, and it'll tell you I turned right. It's a little bit buggy right now. It's not it used to be a little bit more better, but it has a lot more info to give right now. So if I were to want it to dig forward, I push E and it'll say mind 1. If I were to make it move right, it'll tell me that there's nothing there to mine. And actually, if there was something there to mine, it'll first say it'll mine, then it would say there's nothing there to mine. I know where the problem is, I just don't know the best way to fix it. So I'm gonna mine this gravel, and it'll mine all the gravel it can, and so it'll show you how many times it mined. So it was 3. You could kind of hear it mined 3 blocks, and so it shows that it mined 3. So that was a pretty nice feature. Turn right. So I'm going to run a little program called I called it 3x3 tunnel, and this is basically a normal tunnel program, except for it tells you. I didn't bring torches. That's all right. I'll just tell you what it does. So if I wanted to go 5 forward in a 3x3 fashion, so I would just do that, and it would mine. And if there's no block underneath it, it would place a block, so it would basically make a path for you as well. And gravel doesn't mess with it. It's pretty nice. It'll place a torch every 8 blocks, so it doesn't get too dark as long as your torches are in here. So there's so much that this turtle can do. I mean, it's that one program move actually runs any program you have. If you push I think it's called a tilde or something like that. If you push that, you can type in any program name, and then once it gets done with that program, it'll run back to that default startup program, which has it's not that same thing, but it'll go back into that startup where it has that display on it automatically, and it's really nice. I better there's something coming in right here. Where's that? It's probably up here. You can see on my mini map there's a mob there. There we go. And this nano sword is awesome. It might be a little bit OP because basically one hit kill. But anyway, this move program, you can make it move forward however many. I wanted to get it to show you how many times you move forward consistently. Like if I were to move forward like 5 times in a row, I wish it would say I moved forward 5 or whatever, and then when you push W again, it'll push 5 again. So it'll show you all the buttons it can do. Right here it has that little tilde or whatever it's called, minus, which is a small tunnel program, which is basically a tunnel that size and goes out however far you want it to. Plus is it will dig all the blocks around it, and let me get some blocks out and then we'll lock this. This is a forestry backpack. They're really cool. Place blocks around it, and if I were to push this plus button right here, hopefully you can see my mouse. Sometimes perhaps cuts off my mouse, but it's kind of set up as your keyboard is, so you know where to look. If I were to press it, it would mine all around it. Oh, one more thing, it can place blocks, and you can see I just got attacked by something. I was attacked by my turtle because if there's a zombie there, before, I just barely did this like yesterday or whatever. Before, if there's something there, it just wouldn't place the block and it would come back as false. So I made it so where it would try as hard as it could to place it. So if there's something in the way, it'll keep attacking it until it can destroy it. I'm not sure if I 100% like that, because if you're in the way or standing on top of it even, because the hitbox is smaller than a block, so I'm kind of still in this block right here, because like I'm trying to place a block, you can see. So if I were to tell it to place a block, it would hit me until I'm off of it and it can place the block. It's still a little bit buggy, but I've been working on it. It's about 500 lines of code to do this. So anyway, let me go on. Q is to go up, Z to go down, movement keys, obviously. This will make it turn and go, same with that one. X is to make it turn and go backward, I think, unless it changed it. Nope, to go back. And then S. Okay, S is the same thing, so I need to change that a little bit. E is to dig, R is to place, like that. And then V is to dig downward. Y is to place up. This little, it's not on here, but I'll just dig up real quick and I'll show you that later. H to place down. Comma, what does comma do? Comma places to the left. And then there's a button to dig right as well. So, and then place to the right. It'll tell you exactly what it did. Place the block. And so dig right. Let's see here. This will do a tunnel in this pattern. Unfortunately, right now it does not place blocks underneath it to make a path. It'll just tunnel in this way and just stay in this block area. So I might change that. I might not. I'm not sure. But that's what that button does. 4 is to turn left. 6 right. 2 is to turn around. 8 I actually don't think does anything. I think that's just there. I think I need to change that. 5 is to do something I call a current place. Um, it's kind of buggy right now, and I can't exactly figure out why. But let me move this into this little hole, and then, and if I push 5, it should attempt. Yeah, it's a little bit buggy. For some reason, it kind of changed, but it should have placed a block there, and I'm gonna fix that. But I'll show you the code here in a second. I'm not gonna really go through it all because it's just a lot of stuff to go through. Um, let's see here. What else can it do? Give me my turtle back. And so it'll tell you your fuel level, blah blah blah. You could see here it says lowercase display. Well, if you press question mark right here, what it'll do is it'll say uppercase display, and you can move it or do whatever, and it'll stay in that display. So if I were to press capital W, it would actually go forward um, until it meets something. So it's going to go all the way to that wall. I should have like turned it or something, but yeah, it's going to keep going forward until it hits something. I've needed that so many times, so that's why I created it. I've actually created it in a separate program, but um, then I implemented it into this program. So you can see how many blocks that was. That was 46 blocks. Um, let's see here. What else can I do? S, capital S. I forget what that does. It turns around, and then okay, so that just turns around. That's pretty useful. It's been a while since I've used a lot of these programs. So there's the dig up one, the little upward arrow. These little arrows, those are basically telling you which way it's going to dig. So you can see right here, these are digs as well. That changes the case again. This lowercase one that does the, or that, I'll show you, the underscore. It, oh shoot, does nothing right now. Well, this is going well. So there's that one again. Plus, minus. That basically mines another. It's another way of mining blocks around. Is basically the same as this one. There we are. And then minus is the same as this one. So yeah, that's everything it can do. Let me show you the programs real quick. It's kind of a long video so far, so I'm just gonna go exit this, and I need to create a way to just exit it if I want to, but I'm going to just terminate it and go edit startup. And here's what it is. It kind of has what case display, info get. These are just things I defined. That's commented out. P equals just started, so that's basically something you'll see what it is in a second here. Last button is last button pressed, but all these are what I define it as. Here's a local function to check fuel. Here's the display right here. It always checks fuel first time it runs it. So if you have less than 10, it will. I think it's 10. Yep, less than 10, which is right here. It will basically refuel if it can. So basically this is just telling you what you can press. That's all those prints. And if here we are, it says if case display equals 0, then it does this. If case display equals 1, then it will do this after this else right here. And that's just capitals and non-capitals. That's the only thing it changes. But if you press the question mark, it'll basically add one, and if it makes it 2, then it'll subtract 1. So that's all that is. Info get, it will tell you extra information, like how many blocks it mined or whatever, and then the last button will tell you basically the last action it tried to do. Let's go past here. So I'm already at line 63, and these are just a bunch of local functions. Check dig up, check dig down, check dig left, right, force dig down. I don't think I used that one actually, but it's there in case I do. Flip will basically turn around, move forward will dig if it has to, then it'll move forward. Move left, same thing, except we're moving left. Same with right. Move back, will I think it'll turn around and go back. And if there's something in the way, it'll turn around again. And no, it move back will make it move backward without turning around. And if there's something in the way, it'll turn, then turn again, and then move back. Actually, it'll dig it. It's not going well again. And then this one is the 3 high one that I was showing you, 3 high tunnel. S tunnel is the 2 high one. Put is the one where if there's something in the way, it'll try to resolve the issue, and if there's not something in the way, it'll place it. It'll also tell you if there's nothing there. Let me take this out of there, and I'll show you here in a second. Put up will place something up. Put down is it'll tell you an insult. I'm just kidding. It'll place a block down. Put left, you can kind of tell what these mean. Hold on a second. Alright, sorry about that. You probably just saw the video kind of skip around or something, but I sneezed, so I didn't want to catch that on camera. But put right, move place will basically move forward and flip around and place the block, and now basically place the block where it's at. And detect loop will basically, this is not working correctly right now, but that's the current place, the one that wasn't working when I pushed it. The number 5 is what it's set to. Current place is basically the same thing. Dig around will basically turn and dig every side of it. I'm going to check, make sure there's no mobs around me. They're kind of a ways away. Run program will basically allows you to run any program you have written by pushing the tilde or whatever it's called. All forward is the capital W that I showed you. It'll just keep going forward until it hits something. Let's see here. Slot selection. Ooh, this one's kind of cool. I forget which button I had it set to. I'll do that here in a second, but it's really cool. It'll basically tell you. It'll basically select the slot by pushing your arrows or your movement keys when it's in that little section of the code. Blah, blah, blah. It's kind of a long one. I'm not a computer programmer, so there's probably a lot I could do to make this a little bit better, but it's still pretty cool. So this is basically what it does to get your key press. Local event, C equals os.pull event. And one time I had it as whatever button you pressed, it converted it to lowercase. But I wanted to have more buttons that you can press, so I took that out and made everything lowercase. So here's what everything does. Basically, this is just setting what you can do. I kind of want to find the select one. Yeah, it's somewhere around here, but I'll just come back whenever it's done, because I mean this is just setting what button you press to do whatever, and it shows you what last button equals. So yeah, I'll just come back whenever I have the program run. Case display. Okay, here it is. This is it's equals. That's what it was. I just don't have it in the display, so I'm gonna restart it just to easily get up to this point. So it's not showing up in here, but if I just push equals, it will tell me to select a slot. So if I push D or right, the right arrow, I'll also probably make it 8, 4, 6, and 2, but who knows? it'll basically select the slot. So down, it'll go down one, and if you right here, if I were to move left one, it will just go up one like that. And if I were to move right at this point, it'll do that. So if it's right here, it'll go up down to that one. So I mean, it works like you would think it would. I think it's pretty functional. I like it. And then whenever it works, then you can just push enter, and it will end it. But there's one thing that I can't figure out how to do, and that's how I can get it to detect which slot it's currently selected. I've been looking online for a while, but I haven't been able to figure anything out. So whenever you run it, it's going to select slot one. So right now you can see it's selecting what is that slot 11 or whatever it is. Yeah, it even shows you. I could just look right here. I knew I created that function for a reason, but yeah, if I were to redo that program, it'll select slot one. I kind of wish I could figure out something to do a little bit better, but I haven't been able to find anything. So yeah, that's that program. But this is really useful turtle. It's basically meant for a mining turtle. So I'm gonna put this up for a download, and you'll see it in the description. You should just click that, download it, and tell me what you think of it. Any bugs that you find, it'll be really helpful to me because I mean, since it is like 500 lines of code, there's a lot that can go wrong with that. And since I'm not really a Lua programmer or a programmer of any type, or any computer history really. I mean, other than just messing around on a computer, there's a lot that I don't know. So if there's something that you guys can do to have, like, if you guys have any ideas how I can improve on that, just give me a little notification of some sort. You can comment or whatever you want to do, and it'd be totally helpful. So I'm gonna end the video off there and say thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Bye.